Welcome to the Philippine Motor Show. This is Autofocus. I'm Ray Louie Gamboa. Here's a menu of some of our features on this edition of your electronic magazine, exclusive to the automobile and its industry.
Starting off with reviews of two vehicle models presently in the local market. A compact SUV from Honda, the 2020 CR-V SX DSL9 automatic all-wheel drive with Honda Sensing, and a luxury compact sedan from Mercedes-Benz, the 2020 A180 AMG line. Plus, a feature-to-feature comparison of two compact MPVs, the Maxus G50 Premium and the Mitsubishi Xpander Cross. On Autopedia, we'll talk about checking an engine light. And together, with the latest news and developments in the local auto industry, we shall have 2020 Automotive Industry Report as our special feature.
The next 60 minutes is all about the automobile. This is Autofocus, and we'll be right back after this short break.
Voting for the next Automobile of the Year is extended. To be part of the 2020-2021 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. Just log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2020. Vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2020-2021 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2020. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
What do we go for? We go for experience. We go for excitement. We go for sport. We go for style. We go for fun. We go for the new Toyota Wigo.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the automobile show. We start this edition of your electronic magazine with a review of one of the latest automobile models from Honda. Honda has just rolled out the new 2020 CR-V. It arrived late in the year, but just in time for the Burr months, traditionally the best quarter for selling automobiles. This edition of Car Review takes a look at what the top-of-the-line CR-V offers.
The 2020 Honda CR-V has just made its digital debut in the local market, teaming with exciting options for 7-seater midsize SUVs. Can it stand out in the crowd? Honda certainly believes it can, especially its top-of-the-line variant, the Honda CR-V SX Diesel 9 Automatic all-wheel drive with Honda Sensing. The 2020 Honda CR-V, now 4,623mm long, 1,855mm wide, and 1,668mm tall, with a 2,662mm long wheelbase, and 208mm ground clearance, arrives with a refreshed fascia. The most noticeable change is the more aggressive-looking bumper that holds the LED fog lamps. The chrome bumper accents and the chrome grille wing add sophistication to the more commanding CR-V look. The CR-V rear also got a makeover with smoke-tinted rear taillights and redesigned bumper. Differentiating the SX from its lesser, though no less good-looking siblings, are the panoramic sunroof, sequential front turn signals, as well as 18-inch alloy wheels. Then there's a cool and convenient hands-free power tailgate. The top-of-line CR-V also gets roof rails, full LED headlights with auto leveling and high beam support system, power adjustable and power folding door mirrors with side turn signals, auto rain sensing front wipers, intermittent with washer and auto wipe rear wipers, tailgate spoiler, silver bumper skid garnish, shark's fin antenna, and mudguards. The CR-V is not to be left behind by the smart entry with push start system bandwagon. This comes standard in all 2020 CR-V variants made available locally. This makes it very convenient to get into the spacious cabin of the CR-V. The CR-V SX can sit 7 comfortably in black leather upholstered seats that complement the piano black and two-tone wood trim finish. The third row seat splits 50-50. The top-of-line CR-V features a front passenger seat that power adjusts 4 ways. The driver is spoiled by a seat that comes with an 8-way power adjust with 4-way lumbar support. The 3-spoke leather-upholstered steering wheel tilts and telescopes, making it very convenient for finding the perfect driving position. It comes with controls for the multi-info display and the TFT instrument cluster, audio, and hands-free phone. From the comfortable perch, the driver has every control within reach, including those for the intelligent dual-zone automatic air conditioning system. Also within easy reach is the 7-inch touchscreen advanced display audio with navigation system that comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Bluetooth, and plays through 8 speakers that includes 4 tweeters. The CR-V SX also comes with wireless charger, USB ports in the center console, a rear center console, roof air conditioning vents with independent controls. Underneath the hood of the CR-V SX Diesel 9 automatic all-wheel drive is a 1.6-liter DOHC IDTEC turbo diesel engine that generates 120 PS at 4,000 revolutions per minute and maximum torque of 300 Newton meters at 2,000 RPM. The engine drives all 4 wheels via 9-speed automatic transmission. Over the years, the CR-V has been known to provide a car-like ride on city streets and well-paved roads, with the versatility of a higher ground clearance to take on rougher byways. The 2020 Honda CR-V continues this tradition, especially with the all-wheel drive variant that rides on 235/60 R18 103H tires, and a suspension featuring front McPherson struts and multi-link system in the rear. Stopping power comes from an all-wheel disc brake system, ventilated in front and solid in the rear. Honda has made driving and riding the CR-V all the more safer with the G-body, dual front SRS, side and side curtain airbags, the anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution, 3-point ELR seatbelts for 7, ISOFIX, and child safety lock. Driving is made all the easier with the various systems like Agile Handling Assist, Vehicle Stability Assist, Hill Start Assist, Honda Lane Watch, Multi-View Reverse Camera with Dynamic Guidelines, front and rear corner sensors. The 2020 Honda CR-V SX goes a little bit farther in helping driving all the more safe with Honda Sensei, a suite of cutting-edge driver assist functions that include adaptive cruise control, low speed follow, collision mitigation braking system, lane keep assist system, road departure mitigation, forward collision warning, and lane departure warning. The top-of-line CR-V is available in 4 colors: Cosmic Blue Metallic, Ignite Red Metallic, Modern Steel Metallic, Platinum White Pearl. One has to add 20,000 pesos to the 2,150,000 pesos suggested retail price.
The Honda CR-V has always had a good standing in the local midsize SUV market that started back in the day when it was assembled here and sold in numbers that impressed even Honda Japan. Its popularity waxed and waned as the competition stepped up. The 2020 iteration could do more waxing and waning in today's really crowded market segment. The latest auto industry news and developments right after this break.
What do we go for? We go for experience. We go for excitement. We go for sport. We go for style. We go for fun. We go for the new Toyota Wigo.
Welcome back to Autofocus, and we now have the latest auto industry news.
Just before Super Typhoon Rolly pummeled eastern and southern Luzon and causing untold damage to life and property, Isuzu Philippines Corporation turned over one Isuzu D-Max as a donation to Caritas Manila, a non-profit organization that serves as the lead social service and development ministry of the Catholic Church in the Philippines. The D-Max should come in handy in Caritas Manila's initiatives to provide relief goods or to help out in other ways communities impacted by the Super Typhoon. In his message at the turnover, IPC President Hajime Koso said Isuzu Philippines is truly delighted to be able to help in the endeavors of Caritas Manila to enrich and uplift the lives of the Filipinos through various social and livelihood programs. We firmly believe that this Isuzu D-Max would support your future operations in terms of disaster relief and community outreach in the various parts of the country. Honda Cars Philippines and Lazada are holding a raffle with one all-new Honda City 1.5S CVT as the prize. All that one has to do to earn one e-raffle ticket is to follow the newly launched Honda flagship store on Laz Mall, the virtual mall of Lazada, the leading e-commerce platform in the country. Purchasing an item at the Honda flagship store from November 1 to 20 earns 4 additional e-raffle entries. Available for purchase at the Honda flagship store are reservation vouchers for purchasing Honda vehicles at 22 participating Honda dealerships, genuine Honda parts and accessories, and other merchandise. The raffle draw will be held on November 25, 2020. In announcing Honda's new flagship store on Laz Mall, Masahiko Nakamura, president of Honda Cars Philippines, said, "We are glad to have this partnership with Lazada. Through this new online flagship store on Lazmall, we are able to further expand our online presence and reach as we provide customers with a more convenient and safer car purchase solution as we continuously transition to the new normal brought by the pandemic. The Covenant Car Company Incorporated, or TCCCI, is celebrating its 11th year as the exclusive importer and distributor of Chevrolet automobiles and parts in the country. The year 2020 may be a wash, but TCCCI is already looking at 2021, gearing up to introduce 5 new models. These include the all-new Suburban, the all-new Tahoe, and the 8th generation Corvette. TCCCI says the legendary Suburban SUV has gotten a full redesign and will arrive on Philippine shores, bringing exclusive Chevy technologies and driving dynamics. The 2021 Chevrolet Tahoe, a full-size SUV favored for its functionality and versatility, promises generous cabin, improved ride and handling, advanced technologies, and unmatched driving experience. TCCCI adds that the 8th generation Corvette was designed and engineered to exceed the Corvette's legendary status, bringing new levels of performance, technology, craftsmanship, and luxury. TCCCI has grown over the years to have 23 dealerships, 7 in Metro Manila, and 16 across different regions that offer a comprehensive lineup of Chevrolet vehicles from the Suburban, Tahoe, Camaro, and Corvette to the Colorado, Trailblazer, Trax Premier, and Spark. Six units of the limited edition Mini John Cooper Works GP have arrived, but all are already spoken for, according to Mini Philippines. In a press release announcing the arrival of 6 units of the fastest road legal Minis ever produced, Mini Philippines General Manager Jeff Lizardo said, "The new Mini John Cooper Works GP is a rarity with racing genes and sets new benchmarks for performance in the premium compact car segment." Due to overwhelming interest in the months leading up to its arrival, all 6 units in the Philippines are now reserved. Only 3,000 units of the limited edition John Cooper Works GP powered by 2-liter 4-cylinder engine with Mini twin-power turbo technology will be rolled out of the Mini plant Oxford in the United Kingdom. The specially developed engine generates 306 horsepower and 450 Nm of torque, which allows the Mini to accelerate from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 5.2 seconds. Top speed is placed at 265 km per hour. The transverse mounted engine is mated to an 8-speed Steptronic transmission and drives the front wheels.
Those are the latest news and developments in the automotive industry. We shall take another short break. Stay with us. I'll be right back.
What do we go for? We go for experience. We go for excitement. We go for sport. We go for style. We go for fun. We go for the new Toyota Wigo.
Voting for the next Automobile of the Year is extended. To be part of the 2020-2021 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. Just log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2020. Vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2020-2021 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2020. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Seize every moment, even the unexpected ones. The all-new Ford Territory. Own the moment.
Choose your destination, your rocket. Choose ignition. Choose your world. Choose the X1.
Welcome back to this edition of Autofocus, the country's premier automobile TV and online magazine. Here's our feature-to-feature comparison of the latest automobile models belonging to the same category on Head-to-Head. MPV or SUV or crossover. That's what faces most families looking for at least a 7-seater daily and weekend rides. In this edition of Head-to-Head, we pit an out-and-about 8-seater MPV, the Maxus G50, to a 7-seater with SUV ambitions, the Xpander Cross, in a spec-to-spec comparison.
Maxus Philippines brought in the G50, seeking to break into the compact MPV segment with a roomy 8-seater that checks a lot on the wish list for modern automotive conveniences sought by buyers. At 4,825mm long, 1,825mm wide, and 1,800mm tall, the top-of-line G50 Premium comes across as a modern compact multi-purpose vehicle. The G50 Premium exterior features swept-back LED headlights, daylight running lights, rear spoiler, rear windows defogger, power adjustable side mirrors, and bespoke 17-inch alloy wheels. It also comes with a large chrome grille, panoramic sunroof and roof rails. Mitsubishi Motors Philippines brought in the 7-seater Xpander Cross to become the flagship variant of the Xpander MPV crossover line. But with redesigned grille and bumpers, some canny cladding, and lifted suspension, the Xpander Cross transforms into a proper SUV, 4,500mm long, 1,800mm wide, and 1,750 tall, with a 2,775mm long wheelbase and a 225mm ground clearance. The exterior also features black fender arches and side body moldings, side and tailgate garnishes, LED headlamps, rear LED combination headlamps, new roof rails, shark fin antenna, and new 17-inch two-tone alloy wheel design wrapped by 205 by 55 R17 tires. The G50 is powered by a 1,490cc 4-cylinder turbocharged and intercooled gasoline engine that generates 169 PS at 5,500 revolutions per minute and 250 Newton meters of torque from 1,700 to 4,300 RPM. It sends all that power and torque to the front wheels via 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission. Control the G50's speed is a brake system that uses solid discs on all 4 wheels. The G50 suspension system features front independent McPherson struts and torsion beams in the rear. The Xpander Cross is powered by a 1.5-liter inline-4 DOHC 16-valve engine with MyVec that generates 140 PS at 6,000 revolutions per minute and 141 Newton meters of torque at 4,000 RPM. The engine drives the front wheels via 4-speed automatic transmission. The Xpander Cross uses 15-inch ventilated discs in front and 9-inch leading and trailing drums in the rear with a 10-inch master vacuum brake booster. The suspension system features McPherson struts in front and torsion beam in the rear. The Maxus G50 Premium comes with keyless entry with push start system. Inside the roomy cabin that can comfortably accommodate 8 adults in leather seats. There's a 6-way power adjustable seat for driver, 4-way power adjustable seat for front passenger. Convenience features include multi-function steering wheel with controls for audio and cruise control, air conditioning system with automatic controls and rear aircon vents, and power tailgate. The G50 Premium infotainment system comes with a 12.3-inch display, Bluetooth connectivity, 2 USB ports, and 6 speakers. It also features mobile wireless charging. The Xpander Cross also comes with a keyless system for entry and engine start. There's room for 7 on 2-tone leather seats that match the trim. The 3-spoke steering wheel, clad in leather with stitching, tilts and telescopes, and features buttons and controls for such things as audio and cruise control. Convenience features include a multitude of storage spaces, power outlets accessible in all 3 rows of seats, air conditioning system that comes with 8 fan levels for front vents and 6 for vents in the back. Infotainment comes from a 2DIN multimedia system with a 7-inch touchscreen, radio tuner, MP3 player, USB, auxiliary input, Bluetooth, mirror link feature for Android OS, amber color display, and 6 speakers. The G50 Premium comes with an array of active and passive safety and driver assist technologies. These include driver and front passenger airbags, front side airbags, 3-point seat belts for 8, ISOFIX anchors. It's also equipped with electronic parking brake with auto hold, emergency brake assist, hill hold control, electronic stabilization program, tire pressure monitoring system, and immobilizer. Rear parking sensors and reverse camera are standard in G50 variants, with the Premium also getting 360-degree views as well as front sensors. The Xpander Cross features driver assist technologies such as active stability control, traction control, hill start assist, as well as the anti-lock brake system with electronic brake force. It is also equipped with SRS airbags for driver and front seat passenger, 3-point ELR seat belts for 7, with the driver and front seat passenger benefiting from pretensioners, and child seat ISOFIX and tether anchors.
Both Maxus G50 Premium and Mitsubishi Xpander Cross tick off a lot of boxes in the list of smart connectivity, safety, and newest automotive technology people expect in top-of-the-line MPVs and SUVs. It's up to the buyers to decide which combination of available technologies they prefer to come with the new family ride.
Be it fine dining, a romantic garden wedding, a relaxed casual meal, or an important business event, Ilustrado is the place to go. Aside from its famed paella, the Ilustrado restaurant which is located within the history-laden walled city of Intramuros, is also the favorite destination of food gourmands for its famous callos and lengua and other classic gustatory offerings. Ilustrado Restaurant, only for the foodies.
Motul is the most trusted motor oil of the top teams competing in some of the world's most grueling race competitions: the WRC, the WTCC, and the Japan GT. Motul is the only 100% fully synthetic motor oil in the market. It has antioxidant properties that prevent premature thickening and aging due to thermal stress and guarantees total engine protection. For more information about Motul engine oils, visit www.motul.com.ph.
Seize every moment, even the unexpected ones. The all-new Ford Territory. Own the moment.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the country's premier automobile news and features electronic magazine. Our special feature is next. The auto industry has been hit hard by the lockdowns and community quarantine restrictions as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Special feature discusses the state of the industry as it heads into the final quarter of the year and how the players are coping.
We are in the final quarter of 2020, a year that has, to say the least, not been kind to the automotive industry, communities, and the economy. For starters, 2020 saw the Taal eruption disrupt auto sales. Current president of the Chamber of Automotive Manufacturers of the Philippines Incorporated, or CAMPI, reminds us this was 2020's first knock on the industry.
As you recall, no, January pa lang we already started with a calamity. Remember the Taal volcano eruption, di ba? It's like a buena mano to the industry. So as early as January, the sales was already down, no? We saw a negative growth of 11.8% from the 28,000 units sold in the same period last year.
And right after a good February allowed the auto sector to make up for the bad January, the COVID-19 pandemic shut down the economy in the middle of March. As the lockdown lengthened from week to week, with dealers unable to open and auto assembly factories remained shut, CAMPI lobbied for dealerships to open. By the time private cars was the main form of transport, autos need servicing, and many people, frontliners and those in essential services, were looking to acquire their own transport for convenience and, more importantly, to be safe against exposure to the virus.
At that time, actually, CAMPI wrote DTI, asking for recommendation or some assistance, basically to ask IATF at that time to allow dealers, to operate at a limited scale because, vehicles are very important even during ECQ,
When the government began to ease community quarantine restrictions and allow more sectors of the economy to reopen, albeit still in limited capacity, the damage has been done. Auto sales were down by more than half, and the industry faced the difficulty of recovering lost sales. The auto sector understood that people were still looking to buy cars and responded with aggressive marketing strategies and reaching out to buyers through the safest route possible, online. Not a week seemed to pass by without a new car being launched, a new promo announced, even dealerships open, positive signs of a reviving economy.
We think people still want to buy cars, no? But literally they cannot go out, especially during the quarantine. No? So with this, the brands have to adjust to this new normal by going online, and customers responded positively. As we need to recover lost sales, industry players really go double time by giving out promos and good deals, and this really helps boost sales.
The manufacturer of autos also suffered. While some decided to stop local assembly altogether, others like Toyota are keeping plants open and at the very least continue to locally assemble vehicles to meet the decreased demand.
Basically, we follow what the market dictates, no? And the market so far has gone down by 30 to 40%. Our production correspondingly adjusts to the demands of the market.
The auto industry knows it will not fully recover sales lost during the lockdown, but it understands the importance to the economy of a resurgent auto industry. That is an added incentive for the industry players to work double time to reopen dealerships, drive up sales, and provide service to customers.
Definitely, we do not expect this year to be the same as last year, no? To date, the sales is already down by 40%. So we do not expect to recover the 40% in the coming months, in the closing months of the year, no? But we are happy to see that figures in the past months are beginning to show positive signs. So there's signs of recovery. We just have to minimize the impact of the pandemic this year. Indeed, the auto industry is a big contributor to the national economy. No? With sales recovering over the past months, the industry is also generating more revenues or recovering lost revenues from the past months. And this bodes well for the government in terms of taxes. No? So as we recover, more taxes to the government, and we're confident that this will continue. And we hope there will be no more strict quarantine, no more lockdown.
Finally, the auto industry believes the country and the economy will overcome the COVID-19 pandemic with everyone, every community, and every sector of society and the economy doing their share to stop the spread of the contagion and working to revive the economy.
I'm sure we have already adjusted to some extent to this new normal. Okay, so even the auto industry have really gone to some extent in adjusting its marketing and production side. No? So let's continue to be positive about the events happening, and hopefully the vaccine will be here. But more importantly, we should stay strong and healthy so that we could combat this the virus. No, we just have to live with it. But again, this will come to pass.
There's a sense that the auto industry is learning how to continue generating sales, how to provide the services needed by auto owners, how to rebound from a bad year and do well in the next. It's also assuring that the industry understands that how well it does in rebounding from the lockdown-induced slowdown will also help the economy recover from the COVID-19 pandemic.
Voting for the next Automobile of the Year is extended. To be part of the 2020-2021 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. Just log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2020. Vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2020-2021 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2020. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
What do we go for? We go for experience. We go for excitement. We go for sport. We go for style. We go for fun. We go for the new Toyota Wigo.
Welcome back. We have more cars for you to know and appreciate as we have our second car review this week. Mercedes-Benz Philippines has a wide array of models and variants in its local lineup. Among the more affordable and intriguing is the Mercedes-Benz A180 AMG line sedan. Luxury car aficionados say the 2020 Mercedes-Benz A180 AMG line sedan is lined up against BMW 218i Gran Coupe, an automobile of similar size and power. Know more about your car and how to take care of it here on Autopedia.
Hi, this is Sydney, and today we're going to talk about the dreaded check engine light. What it is, what it means, and why you should not freak out. So you're driving normally, minding your own business, and then suddenly, BAM! The yellow light of death comes out, the dreaded check engine light. You start freaking out, don't know what to do. You start the car, you stop the car, you turn it on, and it's still there. Oh no, it's the end of the world, something's wrong with my car, my engine is busted. relax. It's none of those things. Quite simply put, a check engine light simply means that one of the various sensors in the engine senses that something is wrong or is reading wrong. Almost all the sensors in the car measure voltage, is in electricity. It reads anywhere from 0 to 5 volts. And if that sensor is calibrated to read, say, only from 1.5 to 4 volts, then for some unknown reason, it becomes 4.1 volts, then the check engine light will come out. That's all it means. One of the sensors reads something wrong. Now, whether it reads something wrong because of a glitch or temporary condition, or because the sensor is failing, that you will have to find out. And no, you cannot find it out by going on Facebook. You cannot find out going on the internet asking, may check engine ako, ano yung problema? You ask 10 different people, you will get 100 different answers, and none of them will be correct. Especially the people say, oh, nagkaroon na ako niyan, ito yung problema niyan. No, they are wrong. Do not believe them. Because there are 999 possibilities why that light comes out. The only way for you to find out what that means is if you either, one, have a scanner like this, or you bring it to the casa or the dealership and you have a bigger scanner like this. So now we'll show you what happens when you actually do bring your car in for scanning. First, we'll take the regular shop grade scanner that we have here. This reads pretty fast. All scanners will actually have this port. It's a trapezoidal port. It's called an OBD port, or onboard diagnostic port. Every car has this port, and it's always located somewhere here. It's standard that all car manufacturers agree to. So this will work for any car. This will tell you what the check engine means. There's always an error code that starts with the letter P followed by 3 numbers. You can actually type that into Google and then it will pretty much tell you what it means. So for this Honda City, we actually have a check engine and we're gonna plug this in right now. So we have it plugged in. It's actually here on the corner. We turn the engine on, not start. And we wait for it to fire up because it was now gonna talk to the engine ECU and pull out the error code and see what it means. This is what we mean by the error code. It starts with the letter P followed by 3 numbers. On our particular scanner, it actually tells you what component is the problem. So this one here is mass or volume airflow circuit low. It might be an intermittent lean condition, it might be an intermittent voltage condition, or it might be that your mass airflow sensor is over 10 years old and it's dead and it's dying. At least it narrows it down to any of the 999 possibilities, because it could either be mass airflow sensor, misfire, crank sensor, ABS, oxygen sensor 1, oxygen sensor 2, fuel tank evaporation sensor. The list goes on and on and on. So without this, you won't be able to say for certainty what is wrong with the engine, or actually what sensor and what component is wrong with the engine without this. The first thing that shops will do is, oh, that's it? Okay, we just hit erase. So we performed the scan test again. As you can see, the message says no powertrain trouble codes. There's no more. 9 out of 10 times, this will work, and check engine is gone. So we unplug the scanner and then that's it. You can go on your merry way. But the bigger question is, will that check engine light return? Possibly yes. Like I said, it's caused by one of the sensors not reading correctly. So why it didn't read correctly, we can only speculate, but the 2 most common reasons are, 1, external factors. Something just goes wrong. Electronics do that sometimes. Or it might be a symptom of that particular sensor is on its way to being dead. So it reads wrong now, it reads fine. In the future, it might read wrong again. If it gets too severe, and if you do the erase procedure and it does not erase, that means that the sensor is busted and it's time for replacement. Now, what causes check engine lights? Oftentimes, you'll read on the internet and the groups, masama langis mo. No, that doesn't work. Masama yung gasolina mo. Possibly, yes. Because there is such an engine code called cylinder misfire detected. That is caused by bad batch of gas. Whether your 98 octane is not really 98 or may tubig sa gasolina, you don't know. Can it be caused by faulty spark plugs? Yes, it can also. Can it be caused by me not using the car for 3 years? Possible, because that particular sensor could be busted and rusted. Particularly, let's say, crankshaft position sensors. These things have a magnet inside them. And the engine gets hot, it gets cold, gets hot, gets cold. The magnet eventually becomes less magnetic. that will also cause a check engine. So like I said, you cannot find out for certain without one of these things. Now, actually, if you go to Lazada, you just type OBD scanner, you will find a lot for 400 bucks, 700 bucks, 900 bucks. You can actually just buy one of those and it will work on your car, just for you to be able to narrow it down. And if you do bring your car to the shop, make sure that once you scan it, you take a picture of this, show it to the shop, so they won't be punching in the dark and asking a lot of questions and basically guessing why. That will be a big help. And if the check engine light doesn't go away, and then if there's something wrong, you really need one of these things. Professional level vehicle diagnostic scanner. This you cannot buy in Lazada anymore. There you have it. Why you should not freak out if your car suddenly has a check engine light. It's not the end of the world. So hopefully now you understand a little bit more better on why it happens and how to get rid of it.
That's our feature on Autopedia this week. Taking care of your ride has been made easier. And that's Autofocus this week. We hope you have found this edition of your Automobile Electronic Magazine informative as well as entertaining. You can also check us out on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. On behalf of my dad, Butch Gamboa, this has been your host, Ray Louie Gamboa. Please stay safe and healthy.